Hello everyone, in this video I'll be teaching you about your coordinate geometry. Now, how this coordinate geometry has come, you have already done in your class 9. I'll be making a video for your class 10, okay? Class 10, that is your coordinate geometry. In class 9, you have already done. Now, what happened, how this coordinate geometry has come? Now, what you do is that, suppose you take one number line. Suppose this is a line, you have 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. This is a number line, okay? So this is a line and it is your number line. Then you take one more which is also a number line. Then you place it this way. You are going to get a plane, okay? This is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, and this becomes your plane. And you can plot the points. So this is called your coordinate geometry, where the coordinate what comes. Coordinate means the point representing your x and y. So let us see. Suppose you take one number line this way and the number line this way. You place it this way. So you got a plane. So this is called your plane, okay? Coordinate plane. And out here, as you can see, the horizontal line. Let us come to the basic concept. The horizontal line is called x-axis. This is called your x-axis. X dash. Okay? This is called what? It is called your which axis? This is called your x axis. Okay? The next, the vertical line. The vertical line is called what? Y axis. So this is your vertical line. It is called what? It is called your y axis. The next, the intersection of x-axis and y-axis. Where it intersect? It intersect at this point. At this point it intersect. So the intersection of x-axis and y-axis is called what? It is called your origin, and it is denoted by O00. So what is the coordinate out here? The coordinate out here is O00. Then next, any point on the plane is of the form px, y. Now, how you got this px, y? Suppose, let me take one point here, P. So, x, y. Now what you do, you draw the perpendicular this way and this way. So this portion, this distance represents your x, and this distance represents your y. So that means this distance is x and this distance is y. So whenever you mark any point, it is of the form px, y. Is that okay? It is of the form px, y. These are the basic concepts that you have to know. The next, x is called what? X is called your abscissa or x coordinate, and y, the coordinate y is called what? Ordinate or y coordinate. Now next, let us see. Okay, if I have to plot the point here, what is this point? This point is how much? 1, 0. This point is how much? 2, 0. This point is how much? 3, 0. Is it okay? You know already how to plot the points. In class 9 you have done. So this is 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0. Out here it will be what? Minus 1, 0, minus 2, 0, minus 3, 0. So minus 1, 0, minus 2, 0, minus 3, 0. So if you can see at this coordinate, your y coordinate is same. Y coordinate is same in this line, okay? In the x-axis. Only your x coordinate is changing. See, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. That way. So any point on the x-axis is of the form which form? Px, 0. So x can be 1, x can be 2, x can be 3, x can be 4. You can keep on changing the value. So similarly, if you can see, look at the point on the y-axis. So this is what? 0, 3. This is what? 0, 2. This is what? 0, 1. This is 0, 0. This is 0, minus 1. 0, minus 2. 0, minus 3. So if you can see the points here, your x coordinate is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, only your y coordinate has changed. So any point on the y-axis, okay, out for x-axis it is x comma 0. For your y-axis it will become what? Q 0 comma 1. I hope so the basic concept is clear to you. Now let me go to the next part. Okay, next part I will discuss about your quadrant. Okay, you have already done in your class 9 also. So let us see. Let me discuss about your quadrant. So let us see about your quadrant. So as you can see here, this plane, it is divided into 4 parts. Okay, this is one part, this is the second part, this is the third part, and this is the fourth part. This is called your first quadrant. This is called what? Second quadrant. This is called your third, and this is called your fourth quadrant. Now, how to write down the points in your first quadrant? Suppose I have to plot this point here. How you plot this point? This is how much? First you take x coordinate 3, like this, you do. So 3 comma 2. As you can see in your first quadrant, both the coordinate are positive. Okay, so that means both the values are positive. Your values of x is positive, value of y is positive. So any point here, it is what? It is of the form plus plus. Is it okay? It is of the form plus plus. Now, if I come to the second quadrant, suppose I have to mark this point. So you can do it same way. What is your x coordinate? Minus 2. And what is your y coordinate? You got how much? You got here 1. So as you can see in your second quadrant, it will be what? Minus then plus. In your second quadrant, the sign will be first x coordinate is minus and your y coordinate will be plus. Now let us come to your third quadrant. Suppose I have to plot the points here. So you can draw this way. So this is what? Minus 3, minus 3. Okay. So as you can see, both the sign is negative. So for your third quadrant, it will be minus, minus. Okay, for your third quadrant. And for your fourth quadrant, let me see this point out here. Okay, so it will be what? 3 comma minus 1. So it will be what? Plus, minus. So this way you can find out the sign in each quadrant. So kindly see, for your first quadrant, both of them has to be positive. For the second quadrant, it will be minus, plus. For the third quadrant, minus, minus. And for your fourth quadrant, it will be plus and minus. So now, I hope so you are okay with this part. So let me move to the next. Next, I will teach you how to find out the distance. Okay, so I will be giving you the distance formula. So let us see. Okay, distance formula. Distance formula. This formula is represented to calculate the length. Suppose one point is A, x1, y1, and your next point is B, x2, y2. Now how to calculate your length AB? Okay, so your AB distance, your distance AB is equal to how much? It will be root over, the formula is x2 minus x1 whole thing square plus y2 minus y1 whole thing square. So this is your formula for your distance. It will be what? x2 minus x1 whole thing square, y2 minus y1 whole thing square. Okay, kindly note it down. This helps you to calculate the distance between the 2 points. Now suppose I have to calculate the distance between this 0, 0 and one more point you have P, x, comma, y. Suppose I need to calculate the distance from the origin to the point P, x, comma, y. So how you will do? You will write down OP. OP is equal to how much? OP is equal to, now see, what is your x1? Your x1 is this, your y1 is this, your x2 is this, your y2 is this. Okay, so you do x2 minus x1, so x minus 0 whole thing is square, y minus 0 whole thing is square. You'll be getting this way. Okay, x2 minus x1, so x minus 0, y2 minus y1, y minus 0. So this is equal to how much? Let's see. This will become root over x square plus y square. So sometimes they ask you in objective, what is the distance of the point P, x, y from the origin? Okay, in terms of choose the correct or fill in the blanks, they can ask you a 1 mark question. So it will be what? X square plus y square. And you can calculate with the help of your distance formula. So now let me take one example. Suppose your 2 point is given. How to calculate the distance? Okay, so let us see one example. Suppose one point E is given to be minus 6, 7, and your B is given to be, minus 1, minus 5. Okay, then they ask you find the distance. Okay, sometimes they may not give you the point. Okay, they will just give you like this. The points, the coordinate, I mean the point A and B is not given, just the value is given. Okay, just the coordinate is given. So you can name it solution. In that case, how what you do? You can name it this way: given points. What are your given points? Your given points, you can name it as A and B. Okay, it should be capital letter. Whenever you name a coordinate, it must be a capital letter. Suppose it is A minus 6, 7, and your second coordinate is B minus 1, minus 5. So let me calculate the distance AB. You note it down the formula. Formula is what? X2 minus x1 whole thing is square, y2 minus y1 whole thing is square. So what is the value of x2? Identify it here. Look here. x1, y1, x2, y2. I hope so, alright? You know how to identify it. Now, x2 minus x1. Always use curly bracket. x2 is what? Minus 1, minus of minus 6. Then whole thing square. Plus. Then y2 minus y1. Minus 5. Then minus 7. Whole thing square. You got it. Now, just the simplification you have to do. So it will become how much? Minus 1 plus 6. It will become minus 1 plus 6 whole thing square. Plus minus 12 whole thing square. So this will be equal to how much? This is equal to, as you can see, minus 1 plus 6. It will become 5. 5 square. Then minus 12 square is 144. So you kindly do the calculation. So it will become root over 25 plus 144. Root over how much? 169. So what is the square root of 169? It is 30. And units you write. It is not centimeter, it is not meter. You have to give the unit as units only. So I hope so you are okay with the basic concept related to your coordinate geometry. So in my next video, I will discuss some more problem related to the application of coordinate geometry.